Because everyone has a unique history. Everyone has a unique story, a unique background, a unique life context, which makes us all absolutely perfect for our particular part to play in the transformation. There are more than 6.5 billion parts to play in the healing of our world. We've all got a niche. We've all got a community. We've all got people we know, people we've experienced, histories, whatever struggles we've known, whatever traumas we've known, whatever dark nights of the soul we have lived through or are living through. Maybe that makes us perfectly poised to be able to give our particular gifts. Whatever blessings we have, whatever ways we have been supported, loved, affirmed, empowered in our lives, maybe that is a part of the mandate that now falls within us to give our unique gifts in this world. So I marvel at the diversity of humanity, and I marvel at the diversity of ways to make a difference. I'm grateful for the opportunity to play my part as best I can, and to know so many other people who are playing their parts. Because you know what? We're not alone. It's like there was an immune system in a time of illness, and people all over this planet are rising up. Everywhere there's war, there are people working for peace. Everywhere there's injustice, people are taking a stand for justice. Everywhere there's environmental destruction, people are working for right relation with the earth. And it gives me so much hope to be able to know this reality from my own personal experience, through the eyes and lives and stories and struggles and dreams of people all over this planet that are doing something and trying to do it differently. Mahatma Gandhi said we must be the change we wish to see in the world. What does it mean to truly be the change that we want to see in the world? I mean, we all have this, we can all relate to the image of the peace activist who's so angry they hit somebody over the head with their peace sign. Or the environmentalist who's working themselves to the bone and eating crap and just wearing themselves down, trying to work for sustainability. Or the social justice activist whose organization is falling apart with power struggles and people feeling oppressed and dominated. We all are going upstream sometimes because we have all been raised in and inundated with a culture that's so based around a lot of values of competition and domination and exploitation. And if we're trying to work for peace and do something different, we've got to learn what that means. And it has to show up all the way through so we can have consistency between our means and our ends. So we can walk our talk and live our message and learn what it means to be in a state of peace as best we can. Not the kind of peace that's like, I will never, ever, ever be bothered by anything ever again. But the kind of peace that's alive and in relationship to the world around us, that's willing to get its hands dirty, in the soil of life. We work with young people, and yes, all over the world. But we also realize that we live in an intergenerational world, and it takes all of us to create the change the world needs. And we increasingly define youth, especially now that I'm 35, not just as about how many times the earth has gone around the sun since you were born, but as a spirit. And Samuel Ullman said it beautifully. He said, youth is not a time of life, it's a state of mind. It's not a matter of rosy cheeks, red lips, or supple knees. It's a matter of the will, a quality of the imagination, a vigor of the emotions. Youth means a temperamental predominance of courage over timidity, of an appetite for adventure over a love of ease. This often exists in an adult of 60 more than a youngster of 16. For we do not grow old merely by a number of years. We grow old by deserting our ideals. Years may wrinkle the skin, but to give up enthusiasm wrinkles the soul. Worry, fear, self-distrust bows the heart and turns the spirit back to dust. Whether 60 or 16, there is in every human being's heart the lure of wonder, the unfailing childlike appetite of what's next. In the center of your heart and my heart, it's as if there were a wireless station. So long as it receives messages of beauty, hope, cheer, courage, and power, and I would add peace, from people and from the infinite, so long are you young. So I want to honor the youthful spirit in all of us. The place that knows that just because things have been a certain way doesn't mean they must always be that same way. The ability to change. Radical, transformational change in a very short span of time, across a nation, around a world. And I want to honor the spirit of the elder. The recognition that with a life lived with meaning and purpose can come some degree of wisdom. That we cannot afford the luxury of reinventing the wheel and making the same mistakes and being on the same cycles generation after generation. We must learn from our history. We must learn from the good deeds and the courageous lives of all who've gone before us, and we must build on the shoulders of the giants with whom we work, upon whom our lives build, and out of whose soil, rich soil, our plants grow. So I want to give thanks for the youth in this room, for the elder in this room, for the spirit of courage and determination and follow-through in this room, because we are going to keep working as well as dreaming for a movement of peace in our lives, in our nation, in our world. That is our mandate. That is our call to action. Thank you very much.